With the Ahsoka premiere set to begin in just a few hours, I wanted to just briefly go over what I noticed in the trailer and what I know from the animated series to kind of fill in the blanks on what we should expect with the upcoming series. Welcome back, Bingers. I am the Binge Wizard here to give you my opinions, knowledge, and experiences as I binge through the new series Ahsoka. I'm super excited. I've been watching all of the trailers, all of the teasers, and honestly, the one major part that I'm super excited about is the fact that they got Rosario Dawson as Osaka. She just seems to take the role really serious. In some of the clips that I watched about her preparing for the role, she just talked about how she literally wanted to train to be a Jedi. You know, she noticed that when she first started, she was weak with her left hand, so she made sure to work on her left hand so that when she was fighting like a Jedi, she really looked like a Jedi, and that just made it so much better for me as a viewer to know that she really enjoys her role and is so honored to be part of the iconic saga. Now, getting into the actual trailer, from first glance, what we see are some Siths. They are looking for Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, Grand Admiral Thrawn, he was the big bad in Rebels. And at the end of Rebels, he was taken by Ezra, the Jedi Padawan, and he had some space animal friends that had special abilities to where they could like jump through hyperspace. And right before he disappears, he leaves a message for Sabine Wren, one of the Mandalorians, to try to come and find him. And we see Sabine Wren in the trailer, and it sounds like at some point in time, Osaka tried to train Sabine to be a Jedi, which, if you've watched the animated series, you would know that Sabine obtained the dark saber. Yep, spoiler alert. Sabine obtains the dark saber, and she begins training with Ezra and his Jedi master Kanan, and at some point in time, she just kind of gives up on the Jedi way. She decides that she believes she's more Mandalorian, and so she kind of stops training as a Jedi. However, it appears, or to what we have to assume based on the trailer, Osaka says that she walked away from Sabine in her training. So hopefully we get a little bit of backstory on that. Now, some other things that we see General Hera. Now, she was also in Rebels. She was one of the main characters because she was the leader of her rebel cell. She was a amazing pilot, and she's actually been in the war for most of her life because she first appears in Clone Wars as a young child, and Osaka and the Jedi have to go to her home planet and try to save them from the Empire. So Hera has actually been fighting this war for a really long time, and she has a little bit more connection with Ahsoka than some of the other rebels did. And I believe that's why they decided to go ahead and put her into the show. Um, Now, with the appearance of Grand Admiral Thrawn, that leads me to suspect that they are going to either be attempting to try to find Ezra, because at the end of Rebels, he asks both Ahsoka and Sabine to help try to find him. And he obviously has not been found because he's never been in any of the other movies or any of the other shows. And you get a little glimpse of the message that he left for Sabine in the trailer. So it's kind of funny because at the very end of Rebels, you see that scene. So it's almost like a cameo, especially with the wall, the painted wall in the background. Like that's almost the exact scene from the animated series. So when I had watched the end of Rebels before we had the trailer for Osaka, one would believe that it really hadn't been that much time between when Ezra jumped with Admiral Thrawn and the space animals to when Sabine cuts off her hair and says she's ready to go find Ezra. But hopefully, we will get a little bit more context and a little bit more detail on what happens with that part of the story. Now, some other things that we did see, we did happen to see the magistrate Morgan Elspeth. Now, in my last video, I couldn't quite remember her name, um, so I just called her, a chick. But that chick, she fights Ahsoka in Mandalorian, and again, her name is Magistrate Morgan Elsbeth. She's Thrawn's apprentice, and so it appears that Osaka actually didn't kill her. She let her go, and now she's hunting her down some more to hopefully try to find and stop Admiral Thrawn. I myself am super excited. I can't wait for the show to premiere. It's just got about a couple of hours now until it comes out, so I hope you all are excited as I am. If you could, please comment down below, like, share, subscribe. Let's get a discussion going about how excited we are to see the beginning of Osaka. Maybe you have some other tips or tricks or things that you noticed or things that you saw that you want to share. By all means, please don't hesitate to do so down in the comments below. And again, if you have any advice or suggestions to help the channel, please don't hesitate to put those in the comment section. I'm a new channel, so everything that I'm doing is just trying to see how well it's going to work out. And if it doesn't, maybe try to make an adjustment and see what we can do to make it better. So please, if you can, just show some love, and I really appreciate you stopping by. I hope you have a great day and be looking out for the Osaka premiere. I'm going to be watching intently and be doing a review and recap once they've both aired, so those should be dropping probably tomorrow morning sometime. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you come back for more adventures.